Dancing ability normal. Musical ability normal. Hello Nutri friends and televiewers, thank you and welcome back to this channel. As some of you may know, to kickstart my health and fitness project and also to serve as episode 1 of this channel, I took a DNA test to get some database information about myself, which I intend to use to help me plan for my nutrition, diet, workouts, also for better sleep and exercise. So if you haven't watched that world premiere of my YouTube channel, I'm going to put the link up there above and hope you watch it. So finally, I heard back from my DNA in Hong Kong. The results are here via the app, and today I'll share with you some of them. Well, the less embarrassing ones at least. Most are expected, actually. They confirm what I do know or can observe about myself. Some are a bit funny, and one is definitely super unexpected. So without further ado, let's proceed. Since this is one of my main agenda, let's begin with diet. Now for this category, I'm particularly concerned with two things: carbohydrate sensitivity and celiac predisposition, which is related to gluten intake. Why? Because those two things, carbs and gluten, comprise a large part of my daily staples. And I'm currently in the process of trying to identify what is it that I'm eating which makes me feel lethargic or makes me have this bloated feeling, or, well, a lot of Filipinas can relate to this. What is it that makes my puson so big? Okay, let's skip to scientific details. They enumerate here the genes that they've analyzed in order to determine this particular trait of mine. TCF7L2 ACEF. Definitely, I have no idea what these are, but I can look them up later. And a confidence score from 1 to 5 to rate how strongly those tested genes influence my being carbohydrate sensitive. So these DNA tests, in a nutshell, they test for genetic mutations. So based on my quick research, genetic mutations are alterations in our DNA sequence which can have varying effects on our body and health. So it explains here that even if the confidence score for that particular gene test reaches 5, no characteristic is fully influenced by genes alone, because environment and lifestyle would play an important role in the big picture. Okay, and as I've mentioned earlier, I'm also concerned with celiac predisposition, which relates to my intake of gluten. I've come to know that even if they share the same symptoms, celiac disease is actually different from gluten intolerance and plain wheat allergy. However, now that I have this genetic insight, I'll then be more conscious of my gluten intake and try to regulate it, and be more observant of the symptoms. And if symptoms persist, then I should consult my doctor. Moving on and related to diet is of course nutrition, my other objective for this test. So just a quick scroll through, it basically says which nutrients I should get more of, because based on my genes, my body may have issues in processing these as compared to individuals with normal needs. Ay, ito na, music and dance. Dancing ability normal. Musical ability, normal. At ganun, ang galing ko kaya sa video ko. Okay, so let's check a couple more categories. Skin. Now, before we go to the grand reveal of the most surprising finding, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, my Nutri friends, because as of this episode, this channel has reached 120 subscribers, and that's not just my family and relatives. And it's very encouraging to see that a lot of you are with me in this health and fitness project. And when we reach 150, promise, we're gonna have a giveaway. So please spread the word and keep on watching, keep on liking the videos, and do let me know in the comments below what you want us to talk about. And now we've come to the finale, which is the most surprising of the findings from my DNA, my Ancestry composition. Now, I noticed that the app itself has a lengthy disclaimer about this Ancestry composition report. It essentially says that ancestry history for every individual can be quite complex because our ancestors have been around, and this is pre-Tinder times, such that it's possible that my ancestral composition may differ from my current geographic location or country of origin. And oh, how different it turned out to be. Well, to be honest, that part of the results was a bit confusing to say the least. And while I know that Filipinos are a mixed race, I didn't quite expect to have such a large concentration of those ethnicities. But of course, again, consistent with my DNA being the logical and pragmatic person that I am, I dug up more information on this and learned that, in a nutshell, these ancestry tests largely depend on the data sets that are available to the DNA labs as reference. Hence, since Circle DNA being a Hong Kong-based facility, I would expect that their dataset at this time would be comprised largely of Chinese. In the same way that 23andMe, which is based in America, would have a dataset of people who would be based from there, such that the findings about you can actually change as they update their dataset of DNA. So, given the foregoing discussion, would I recommend a DNA test? Yes, I would, but with caveats. Yes, provided you purchase one on promo. These commercial DNA tests are fast being competitive, so it's really good to take advantage of promotional prices that they come up with from time to time, as did I. Number two, yes, provided that you do some research first on this whole DNA technology, including issues that may crop up, including, of course, data privacy. And number three, yes, provided finally that you identify what is the purpose for you to take this DNA test. In my case, my agenda was health, nutrition, and fitness. Finding out about my ancestry was simply a bonus or a surprise, except I actually got curious, so I intend to take another test, maybe from another brand, just to see what they say. So my conclusion is the value of this DNA test is that it helped me confirm the existence or likelihood of certain attributes about me that I already observed or already know. And number two, it gave me some data which I hadn't known yet. And both of these now prod me to do further research and find out more about these genetically linked attributes of mine. So friends, I hope this video has been helpful. If you have your own DNA story, do share it with us below. When I do take my next DNA ancestry test, I'll share it with you again. Until then, join me in our next episodes. Let's find out more tools available out there that can help us learn more about our bodies and health. After all, we know ourselves and we should know ourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.